Hello again. Let us look at C programming data types lecture 2. If you know, in the lecture 1 we actually looked at all this data. So our basic understanding now is every program, if it needs to handle data, will now consist of code plus data. So data in C language will can be classified as constants and variables. So example constants would be, I could have an integer constant, I could have a signed constant, I could actually have a floating point constant, I could have a floating point constant represented in exponential form, I could have a character constant, okay. I could also have a string constant. So these are our typical constants. Okay, there are also constants like enumeration constants, like for example, let me say Monday. Okay. Alright, so these are certain types of constants. We'll see that in details. And these constants, as you know, as the name goes, the constants are those during the lifetime of a program, the constant values will remain immutable. That's what it actually means. So we could say all constant are immutable. So we also need data that is mutable, so that we call it as variables. So variables are called that data which are mutable, but can also be made to qualify as what is called constant. Okay. So this is what we mean by the concept of constant and variables. So let us now try and look at variables. So whenever we talk about a variable, every variable in C language needs a label. Label is used to identify the memory location. Okay, because each variable will have a memory location. Once it has a memory location, labels, also termed as identifiers, are used to access the allocated memory location. Okay. Next, so our conclusion now is each variable needs an identifier. So each identifier needs a name, which means each variable name can now consist of or should consist of alphabets alphanumeric, and a special character called underscore. Okay. So, but each variable name has to begin with an alphabet or an underscore. The variable name can be of length less than 31 for internal representation. We will come to that, what is the meaning of or the internal purpose. The external for external names, up to 6 characters are recognized. Alright. One more thing, every variable name has to be a non-keyword or reserved word. Keywords are those which have been assigned some task or meaning in the language. There are 32 keywords in C language. We look at all of these as we go along with the lectures. So there are 32 keywords in C language. All keywords are in lowercase. C language is case sensitive. Case sensitive means variable names Karnataka is different from Karnataka with a capital K. Okay, so this is our discussion with respect to how to declare variable names. This is just a preamble to the variable names. The example keywords could be if, else, while, do, for, etc. Okay, we will see each one of them in detail. Okay, thank you. See you in the next lecture.